Anfal, yes. Verse 20. 28, I see. Yes. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la takhunu Allaha war rasula wa takhunu amanatikum wa antum ta'lamun. O ye who believe, prove not false to Allah and the messenger, nor betray your trust knowingly.
What is meant by amanat in this verse?
Amanat? What's the question?
What's meant by amanat in this verse?
Amanatikum. Man is entrusted with many responsibilities towards God as well as to each other. So here the first amanatikum refers to your responsibilities to the society. Each person has a responsibility to discharge towards another person of the same society. And a society which becomes corrupt, which does not pay any regard to what is due of him to others, is most certainly likely to do the same to the amanat of Allah. That too in a manner is amanat of Allah. Because when you run away with anybody else's money, you are proved distrustful in so many ways. When you do not fulfill your obligations toward the leaders, political leaders, to whom you are obliged to follow in matters of state, etc., with all the breaking of amanat. When you employ your votes wrongly, and instead of tu'addul amanat ila ahliha, you give your votes to those who are not ahl, then you break the amana. So it's a very, very profound verse of the Quran which indicates that a society which begins to be corrupt always shows lack of trust to each other in their routine dealings. And they think that they are doing to humans. And it has nothing to do with God. While they do it to humans despite the fact that God expects them of being true to their amana, which they do not prove to be. So such people always break the trust of God as well. So this verse is followed, this statement is followed by the same. وَاتَّخُونُوا أَمَانَ
يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لَا تَخُونُوا اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولَ وَتَخُونُوا أَمَانَاتِكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ.
تَخُونُوا اللَّهَ وَتَخُونُوا الرَّسُولَ is the fundamental of this. Amanatikum appears to be people's job. But the first two mentions of amanat are the commanding clause of this statement. Whenever you break trust between yourselves, you break trust with Rasul and Allah. Understand the point? So instead of it being said at the end, it's said in the beginning. Don't do this to God and to the Prophet, to whom you are bound with the trust, with the covenant. And when you neglect that covenant, then this is what happens, that in the society you think you are doing these things to each other, while in fact you are doing this to Allah and His Messenger. Now there are only about 5 minutes left. I take leave of you. In the meantime, you translate it, and if a minute or two are left, Imam Sahib can take over. Right? Assalamu alaikum.